everyone. So, this is a quick message before we start. Today, we're doing the discovery sessions, and I'm gonna give it an all signs perspective. I'm gonna just try that, what can come up. Tarot and oracle cards are amazing tools for self awareness and guidance. In the right hands, it can truly help you understand the story of your life. However, this should only be support in developing your own intuition and discernment. I ask that this tarot session be guided by the divine for your best path and purpose. If you would like to support the work I do on this channel, you may donate at the link in the description box. Thumbs up on the video, commenting, and subscribing are also appreciated. Shows of support. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Um, yeah, it's Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to everyone out there who that relates to, right? You and your mother. Um, Today we're using the Everyday Enneagram deck, and this classic Llewellyn Tarot. We're going to use a mini deck so that we can get more info in there. So we're going to go from Aries to Pisces. So let me just grab. All right, Aries to Pisces. All right, so we're starting Aries at 157. All right, Aries. This reading is you could take it if it feels like it's for you, take it. If it doesn't, this is a truth telling session. So, and it's really meant for your best interest. All right, so for Aries, give us the message for them, please. All right, so it's how can you ensure you are not abandoning your. Why do I feel there's two? Okay, which one is it? It's this one. Okay. What are some boundaries you would like to set in your relationships? Okay, so Aries, this is your kind of question today. Now let's get the situation picture here. All right, 8 cards, please, for Aries. Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, Strength card, the Chariot, Ace of Cups, 8 of Wands, and we got 2 of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. All right, so we have the Star in your hidden Aries. Now, this is about, we're talking about a relationship. You might be in connection to somebody right now, and it might be a case where you think this could be really strong. You think there's a lot of potential here, but there's some issue to sort out. So let's look at the situation here. All right. Okay, I get what is happening here. So this is for you, Aries. It feels like, yes, you want this, there's a connection or a situation here that you would like to have more of it, right? It feels like, yes, you want to explore things very quickly. There's a temptation there to do that. But I think there's something here about you learning that that is not always going to be the best way to your heart's desire, right? Sometimes you have the kind of quick fire burn thing down, the passion thing down. I think you're at a point where you're wanting to kind of slow things down. You're wanting to like be more careful, more intentional, because you know exactly, you've had experience, right? This is, I'm not talking to an Aries who doesn't understand themselves. This is an Aries who understands, okay, when I do this, this happens. And it feels like you do want to take action towards somebody. There's like a kind of like new situation that could happen, but it kind of feels like you know that you want to slow that down, because this is the, I want to be intentional. I want this to be something that I'm serious about. I set my goals, and then it can happen. And then that's how it's like you're learning that this is how I create the relationship that is the dream relationship. That's what I'm seeing for you, Aries. And so for you, it could feel like you're dealing with somebody that is maybe wanting things to happen a little bit quicker. Maybe they're, you both have like, it's good, right? Your reading is like really nice because it's two people that can't wait to be with each other. But it's like, you know, the things have to be slower here. And so the thing to think about is how we communicate that to the person that we're in relation to. Yeah, because it feels like they could read this as maybe lack of interest or something like that. Because I do see a lot of fire and there's water. So there could be a lot of emotionality. You could be dealing with a water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And there's a lot of fire as well. So there's a kind of possibility that this could just like roll off the hill, and then you guys, you know what happens when that pattern sets in for you. So this is what you're wanting to do, and I think that is like so wise. Knight of Pentacles. All right, so your Aries that could have like Virgo or something in your chart, something like an earthy element. Now let's look at the signs that we have here. We have Sagittarius, Pisces, Leo, Cancer. We also have Virgo and Aries. Yeah, Aquarius as well. So that is your message, Aries. Let us now move on to Taurus. So Taurus is 740. All right. So for Taurus, what is the message here for Taurus? What is one way you can easily express your desires separately from the desires of others? Okay, so this is the kind of point that we're going to be looking at today for you. All right, please give us 8 cards for Taurus. Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, 5 of Wands, the Tower. All right, 4 more. Page of Swords. Ooh. 7 of Wands with a 2 of Swords. And 2 of Pentacles. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles in your hidden. All right, so there's something, Queen of Pentacles can feel like a partner, but it can also feel like your own abundance in a way. Now, when I see like how can you express your desires separately from somebody else, it could feel like a situation or relationship, a connection of some kind that maybe there is some blurring of boundaries, blurring of you separate from me. I don't think that there's a lack of love, but it feels like that could create some kind of imbalance. And I just want to remind y'all that this is the discovery session. This is going to be about you. And this is a truth-telling session with kindness. So let's look at what you have on the table. Okay. Taurus, it feels like you have a real desire here, right? This Knight of Cups is you. You want to express to yourself. Well, no. why am I saying that? You want to express to this person that you love them. You have real feelings for them, right? That is like, I want to say that. I want to be clear on that. Um, maybe this is your person. If you're dealing with a Pisces, this could be your person, but it feels like that that expression or that point somehow goes awry. It's creating some kind of issue or problem because it feels like the way it's done is a little bit it destabilizes the situation. So you two could have some kind of conflict in terms of who you are from who they are. And it's like, no, no, this puts you on your back foot. Like you're kind of, how to say, watchful. You're watchful of this person. You have some kind of defense towards them. Maybe you feel like you need to protect yourself from them. And surely, if you are in relation to somebody that is like very combative, is in this way, then I can see that happening. And it just feels like you like shut down, even though at the base of everything there is love, right? And with the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, directly, this is like Capricorn, Virgo, right? So you could be relating to, we have Pisces as well here, but you could be relating to somebody that is Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, or another Taurus. But it just feels like you two have gotten into some kind of loop where, even though the base of what you guys wanted was this, like, let's move this in a kind of romantic way. Let's be more like loving. I want to express that. Somehow you two have gotten into this place where somebody's back is up, the other one's back is up, and you really can't move past there. And it's creating this kind of back and forth imbalance. And so we bring it back to, how can you easily express your desires separately from the desires of others? So it's telling me that you might need to be able to be in a space where you can say to your person here, this is what you want. It's not that I don't want that, but maybe I want it in this way. How can we come together so that you feel happy and I feel happy? And that's not going to mean that you get everything that you want, but it's going to mean that, or that I get everything that I want, but it's going to mean that we meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah, because I do think this is somebody that, as I said, the base is like there's potential here. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. That was your message. All right. I love how these are going so far. If you like it so far, do give a thumbs up, and I'll definitely add this to the roster. So Gemini is 1329. All right. So let's do Gemini. Now, I want to remind you, I have to do this for each of you. This is a truth-telling session. It's focused on you and to give you like advice, guidance, assist with any kind of blockages that you have in your situations now. So Gemini, please give us the message that Gemini needs to hear. All right. What is one way you can easily express your desires separately from the desires of others? Okay, Gemini, I kind of feel like you're dealing with a Taurus because Taurus just got this card and you saw I shuffled. I did shuffle. All right, so let's see from Gemini's perspective. Oh, please give us 8 cards for Gemini. We have 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Interesting. Taurus had the Queen of Pentacles, so you definitely could have like a Taurus partner or somebody that you're connecting to. The Sun, the Emperor, Ooh, King of Wands. There's a lot of people in your reading, Gemini. A lot of, if it's not a lot of people, it's a lot of changes of energy. So Eight of Swords. All right, Gemini, if this is a situation that you're feeling like it's not going forward in the way you want. Maybe you could feel like there are blockages here, and that's exactly what we're going to look at right now. So let's give me a minute. Let me look at this. Mm. All right. So this feels like somebody getting in their own way for you, Gemini. It feels like there is definitely this potential, or there's this dream of we could be happy in this way. Like if we came together, we could be that. And it's like somebody, it's one of you, maybe it's you, Gemini, is that you find it hard to let go of that, because it's like you can see that with this person. You wish that's what could happen. You want to take this opportunity to just kind of like be happy with them. You wish that you two could just like, let's just go for it type of energy. And there is that kind of like the sun, right? This brings so much happiness. I think you're two people that really, you get each other going in a certain way. Like you make each other happy, right? But then we have this issue right here, these three cards that tell me that somebody is being very stubborn, somebody is being very like willful, and then somebody is also bringing in certain ideas or issues that maybe they've encountered in past relationships. Maybe it comes from their upbringing, but they're very like fixed that this is how this should happen. And it's like they're not willing to let go of that idea. So it's almost like all of this like potential happiness. It's like the way they're going about it is focusing on um, what I would like to happen. It's a very odd way of going about a relationship, because a relationship is not how I would like something to happen, right? It's what do we want to happen and how do we make that happen together. So it just feel like this is a big blockage here for you, Gemini. It kind of feels like you want to work this out with this person, but it really is coming back to your card here. How do you say to your person, this is what I want, this is what you want, let's work together because I want both of us to be happy. Your person has to be willing to work with this and see the vision, right? The Ten of Cups. But yeah, give it a go. And maybe there's patience that's needed here with this person. Some people are a little bit more fixed. Now let's look at the signs that are here. When I mentioned fixed, right? There's Leo, there is Capricorn, and there's Aries. There's Leo again. Now, and Taurus. These are some of the most difficult combos. It's not that any of these signs is difficult, but when you have that type of energy together, because right, this is like very fixed and very I want to do things this way type of energy. It can be combative, but I see that you two have that baseline of like you want happiness. So let me pick up from where I left off. So there was Pisces as well, and we have Capricorn again. All right. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. If you like that and you feel like it is relevant, please do give a thumbs up. And I kind of like how these are going. I do. All right, let's give this a shuffle and then we move on to Cancer. Happy Mother's Day to those who are here. All right. Cancer, you are 29 02. And this is going to be good if you, oh, it's going to be good for you if you have Cancer in your chart somewhere, maybe in the sun, moon, rising, Venus place. Okay, so for Cancer, what's the message that Cancer needs to hear? Cancer, okay, are you feeling negative about a situation right now? Are you feeling like a little bit hopeless, or are you feeling like it's a struggle to look on the bright side of things right now? Let's see what this is about. Please give us 8 cards for Cancer. The Star, 8 of Cups, 10 of Wands, oops, Queen of Pentacles, um, 5 of Wands, and 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Okay, 3 want to come out. Which one? Okay, where's this one? Magician, 6 of Cups, the Lovers. All right, this is a strong final set here, and the Wheel of Fortune, right? Okay, I'm seeing what is the issue. I'm seeing what is the issue here. Cancer, there is a situation. Maybe it's a connection to a person that you really want to have happen. Like there's a lot of love here. 6 of Cups, Lovers, right? This is something you want to draw into your life. You wanted it to work out. You want it to work out. So it's either past or present tense. But it feels like you could be dealing with a situation that evades you. So either the person that you're dealing with is evasive, or for some reason things get in the way, and getting together keeps like moving back. And so you could be feeling right now like, okay, this is not coming together. Things are never going to change here. But this is the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune strikes often when we are at the point where we're like, nothing is ever going to change. My fortune is down. That's often where we get to, and a little bit more, and then things start changing. I can tell you from my own experience, right? Often, sometimes you get to the point where, like, I've been in this situation forever, and then things change. So it kind of feels like you have some kind of issue here where there's defensiveness. Maybe there's hot and cold behavior with somebody. And maybe these 3 cards, this is a challenge here. Somebody is avoiding difficulties. You could be dealing with somebody that you might classify as an avoidant. And it's just like they're resisting. Somebody is resisting here. And it creates this yo-yo effect between the two of you. But you would really love it if this came together, because this is somebody that you do feel close to, you feel comfortable with. You can see like soulmate energy and the Lovers, right? It's the choice you want to make in your life. But if for some reason there's this like evasiveness, no, this is where my superpower is, my optimism comes in. It's like, if you think that things are not going to improve, the Wheel of Fortune, right? And with your own optimism, it's almost like power of thought in a way. Thinking positively about the change that you want to see happen is almost like half of the turning of that wheel. So there's something that you want to have happen, almost like visualize it happening. Try to clear your energies about it, because this is the Star. This is what you want, you dream of. Sometimes there's things working behind the scenes that you don't really know. If you're dealing with somebody that has all of this evasiveness, etc., they have their own issues that they're dealing with that could be being sorted out even as you speak, and you don't know anything about that. So that's just what I want to say. Now let us look at the signs that are here for you. Not that this has to be who you're dealing with, but there could be some clue here. So we have Aquarius, We have Pisces. We also have Sagittarius. And mainly we have Capricorn, but it could be like Virgo as well. We have Scorpio, Gemini. We have Leo. I think I said Capricorn already. And I think I said Leo already. Yeah. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. All right. So next we're going to have Leo. For Leo. All right. So let's give that a shuffle. All right. This is jumping out. My anxieties do not control me. Okay, a lot. I don't know if Leo is having some anxiety issue right now, but let's see. Leo is 26. All right, so Leo, please give us a message that Leo needs to hear. Whew. I embrace the truth that I am not responsible for the happiness of others. Okay, so this is going to be the base that we're exploring for you, Leo. You could be somebody that takes on the responsibility, and that's a Leo trait, right? Like wanting everybody to feel good, feeling like you have to be the life of the party, or you're the glue that holds like a group together. And it's like maybe this is creating some kind of stress for you. But let's look further here. All right, so please give us 8 cards for Leo. 2 of Cups. All right, so I feel this is not necessarily about a group, Leo. It could be about a partnership or some connection that you're in. 9 of Swords in reverse. I rarely take reversals, but when it comes out like that, I have to take it. The Chariot and 2 of Wands. 2 more. 8 of Wands. Strength card. Okay, that is your card. So it kind of feels like finishing on a big energy, being yourself. 9 of Cups, right? So this is a situation that is about what is going to make you happy. What is going to be the thing that satisfies you the most, Leo, in this situation. All right, so give me a couple seconds. Let me just look at this spread and get you your message. All right. This one is a little bit of these 2 energies. This is the first reading in the set I've done where I feel like 2 energies present. You are trying to hold back from communicating about something here that really, it's like you have that drive from within. I want to say something. I want to communicate with this person. But the whole situation, it feels like, has just been very stressful. I remember I was saying in the beginning that you could be dealing with a lot of stress because you feel responsible for this situation coming together. So you could, on your mind, could be like, okay, you've identified somebody that you feel connected to, right? These are 2 people that are very different, but they want to be together. They choose to be together. And so it's like you're waiting on this to happen. You see the potential in this coming together, but it's like it's taking very long. First of all, it's taking very long. And it's like the intention is there, but it's like a holding back. And these things are stressful. Now, here's the thing that comes through for you, Leo. Because you could have been in other situations or just in life in general where you feel like whenever you take on a partnership, It's like you have to deliver a lot. Like you have to deliver the majority of the energy to make this thing sustain itself. Or maybe it's just something you've been in before. But it's almost like the thought of being a part of a connection, or maybe it's this connection, maybe it's experience you've had with this person. It's making you a little, is the Nine of Swords reverse is like severe stress. It's like deep anxiety. And so it feels like one of the things that you could do is just um, take it slow. You could be dealing with a Virgo. So it's almost like they're taking it slow, but you might actually need to join them on that taking it slow venture. There's a holding back of communication because it's like when you think about like moving this situation forward, the stress sets in, right? Because it's like you're bringing everything with you, the load. And, in your hidden, right? I kind of feel this is a theme for the whole situation is that you could actually you could actually have a very satisfying situation. Sometimes you go through like five difficult situations, and you're meant to learn from each one. You're meant to like unlock from each one something. And of course, it takes a toll on you. But Ace of Cups here is like, there's a real potential with this one. Real potential to be satisfied. Okay, no, I can't ignore this. This is highly sexual. This person, maybe the encounter that you have is um, physical intimacy first, but it kind of feels like maybe that's where you could start if that is how you feel or they are feeling, if both of you feel like that's how you can build things. But it just feels like your mind needs to be alleviated of the stress, the pressure somehow, so that things can move forward. And it's, if we go back to your card, it's like you're not responsible for the happiness of everything and others in fullness. The Two of Cups tells us that this person is, or your partner that's coming in should be like a counterpart, right? They are, you look at them, you see yourself in them. And so you're not going to have to like bring everything to the table and be stressed. Like your true partner, you'll know that, right? This feeling I'm describing is, oh, I can breathe, right? Because this person brings something as well. So that is your message, Leo. Let us look at the signs that you have here. It doesn't mean that this is the only zodiac sign that's here, but it could give a clue. All right, so we have Cancer twice. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with a Virgo. We could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius and Aries and Pisces, or you could have these things in your chart as well. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I'm wishing you the best with this. So if you feel like that was your message, do give a thumbs up. And I'm testing this reading out to see if people like it. And we're gonna move now to Virgo. All right, so Virgo is 3406. Okay, a message for Virgo, please. A message here for Virgo. I allow my anger to lead me into the right action. All right, Virgo, are we feeling like fired up about something right now? It feels like Virgo, that like there's a kind of decisive moment here. All right, can we get 8 cards for Virgo, please? The star, so many people getting the star at the front. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, Virgo. The Lovers. Seven of Wands. These cards are like, the writing is so small, the image is so small that it's hard to see, but I like using them because, you know, you can see the whole spread on the table. All right, the Emperor. Okay. And the Sun. Okay, so Virgo, this is about your happiness. This is about, it's exactly that, the right action, the thing that is going to bring you just like sunshine, alleviate any kind of stress you've been having. And it's just, it's worth noting, right? This message, I think, is going to be strong for you. All right, right in the middle is the Lovers. Right beside that, the Queen of Pentacles. This is you. Virgo, it kind of feels like you have to notice how you're feeling about a situation. And you might normally read your feeling as, oh, this irritates me so much, I need to block this person out. You might need to look at that feeling again, because it kind of feels like, you know, sometimes like there's a real pressure inside of us when we know that there's something massively significant coming towards us. And that's what I see here, right? We have the thing that you desire, you in fullness, being a partner in a connection that you choose and is designed for you. And it's like the walls are up, right? Virgo is like, the wall is up. Now, I'm not saying this for, I'm not saying this against you, Virgo. It's just these messages are truth telling, and I try to do it in a kind way. But it's really like we're resistant to this situation completely. It's almost like we're going haywire, because here we have this Emperor. Somehow it's like hot and cold, but we find out we can't let go of this person. This is the person, Virgo, that is going to be your star, is going to be your sun. Star and sun in the same reading. This is significant. It's okay. I'm just going to say it's a significant connection that is coming. I think you want to pay attention to how you're responding to this person. Not that they won't deserve, like, okay, this, they annoy me because they don't do this or they don't do that. Fine. That's fine. But it's stepping higher than that and saying, okay, why is this person irritating me so much? They're bringing up some kind of shadow issue or some kind of need or something that's unexpressed. There's something here, it's like holding back from a person that could actually be quite significant in our life. Yeah? I just said our life because I'm Virgo too, so I am truth telling. All right, so let's go back to this. I allow my anger to lead me into the right action. Sometimes we feel like angry at something. We have a strong emotion towards somebody, and it's like, I need to get away from this and just leave it behind. But why are we angry? Anger is a kind of fear. Anger is a kind of passion as well. So we have to look at that. What are we fearful of? What do we feel passionate about? And really, that's going to take us back to these feelings. Somebody that is almost like soul's purpose coming together in a strong way. Yeah, it's like we can't ignore this in some way, Virgo. So this is what I have for you. And now we're going to look at the signs that are here. So we have Aquarius, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but I feel it's more Capricorn, Virgo. We have Gemini, we have Leo, we have Leo again, we have Capricorn again, and what is this? King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Okay, Leo, sorry, Capricorn again, and Aries. So your person or yourself can have these in your chart somehow, but you don't have to. All right, so that is what I have for you, Virgo. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so we're gonna move on to Libra. Libra is 42. If you like what's been happening so far, please do give a thumbs up, and that will help me know that this is a reading I should bring back. Okay. For Libra, what's the message that Libra needs to know now? There's nothing missing in me. I have everything I need. Okay. All right. That's great to start with. Now let's get the 8 cards here. Eight of Wands, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles there as well. 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, you know what? Next time I'm going to try for the bigger cards because I am struggling with these. I am struggling. Okay, 4 of Cups. Page of Cups, sorry. 6 of Wands. Okay. All right, Libra. Let's just take a minute, a few seconds to look through your reading. Okay, I see what is the issue here. All right, so it's not an issue. It feels to me like a realization for you, which to me tells me that you've actually maybe done some work. 6 of Wands is you're gonna be successful. So if you have a doubt about this situation, this connection with somebody, you're gonna be successful. So don't worry about that. You will be acknowledged, you'll be recognized, but there is something that is a shift that needed to happen. It's either it needs to happen if you're not there yet, or it needed to happen, and then things will come back in. So you could have been moving swiftly towards some kind of partnership with somebody, right? You are drawn to each other. You could have been, you've met somebody and you're like, let's do this, right? It feels like you two were like magnetized, and then suddenly things started to just like slow down, just totally like it's like a ball that's rolled off a hill and it just kind of like the momentum just slows down, and it kind of felt like you were left waiting on this, like, okay, what's happening? Maybe you're a little bit confused about why is this not going forward, or why is the momentum that we had shifting. And then that's where you start thinking, okay, does this mean that we won't get together? Does this mean that they don't like me? Does this mean they've left? And I think what happened for you, Libra, is that you took that opportunity, that time that you were apart from this person, or that things were kind of slow. You took the opportunity to start to come into your own in a certain way. So it's like you started to develop your own sense of self. You started to focus on who you were. And then this kind of big realization happened. This kind of almost like an enlightenment that we're seeing here, that yes, you do have everything you need. You are your whole person. And then we end on the feelings can return again. The whole thing can start again. It's almost like this, whoever this was here, this partnership was meant to show you this. So in some ways, your reading is one of those classic ones of relationships are lessons type of thing. This person was meant to show you by the space that they're giving. It's like you're left in this space and it could have been uncomfortable, but you're meant to see that you actually are such a superstar on your own that it will come in. And maybe it's not even this person, right? Maybe it's because the Page of Cups can be new, but sometimes it can be a message that comes in, a message going in the direction that you want it to. So that's what I'm seeing happening here for you, Libra. I don't think there's any kind of advice because I see that the work happened already type of thing. And so this message is more like a reminder that this was what this was about for you. So now let us look at the zodiac signs that we have here. We have Sagittarius, we have Cancer, we have Virgo, we have Aries, we also have, God, I'm gonna go blind with these cards. Four of Swords is the Libra, and Virgo again. You could really be dealing with a Virgo, or you have Virgo like in your chart somewhere. Pisces again as well, and Leo, of course. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Let us move on to Scorpio. You know, last reading I did, Scorpio had such a strong reading. I mean, an intense reading. And I remember the advice I gave to Scorpio in the last video was to leave this situation. But let's see what is here for Scorpio. Message for Scorpio, please. Oh, I should have looked at the time. 46. Which one is it? Okay, this one. Scorpio is 40. Okay, Scorpio. Being in relationships is more valuable than being right. Yeah, okay. So it kind of feels here, Scorpio, that there's some connection that you two could have some kind of strife that's happening, but or you could just be like butting heads. Maybe you're like, I know what you're doing, and because Scorpio is very intuitive, right? Scorpio is a quite an intuitive sign. You can sense things that are right, that are wrong, etc. But it's like somehow we can forget that the connection sometimes can't withstand the I'm right, right? It's like a Five of Swords energy. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out here. 8 cards for Scorpio, please. Now, I'm just gonna remind you that this is a truth-telling reading, these discovery sessions, and I will do my best to do it in a kind way, but there are things that we need to hear. We had Knight of Cups, 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Okay, a lot of cup energy, and it's your energy. The 7 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. The Star. All right, so I immediately see, Scorpio, that this is a connection that actually it's very fulfilling. Like, it could be very fulfilling to you. It's one of those that is like a lifetime type of thing. It's like that when you have the Star, it's like that type of situation that this is what I dreamt of, or I just dream of in my life. So if that's at stake, Scorpio, we have to figure out now how to cooperate with it, how to flow with it, is what I want to say. So let me just look this through. All right, so yeah, I think what's clear to you is that this person is somebody you have affections for. That's kind of very clear. If you sort out your feelings about everything else that's gone wrong, because I see the 10 of Wands, there's heaviness in this situation, and it might be something that led you to leave. And I remember I was saying that the last reading you had, I did say, like, leave this behind. It feels like, I don't know if this is the same connection I'm talking about for Scorpios, but there is clarity for you that you do like this person. maybe you even love them, or you could see yourself in a relationship with them. But it's like pushing this, you're trying to tell them that you, or show them that you love them, but it's just creating some kind of heaviness between the two of you. When I see the Eight of Cups, sometimes it can mean an avoidant type of personality, and I hate putting that in on everybody, right? I can't diagnose you, but the thing is that this person could be like backing away from you showing them how you feel. There's some kind of push pull or weight that is happening between the two of you, this Ten of Wands. So this person could be backing away, and that's not saying that they're not your person, right? People, if you, especially if you have that avoidant tendency, you can back away when things get very intense or full on, or there's like romantic intention. Um, and it's like you feel like this person was like your soulmate in a way. You felt like very comfortable with them. And it's like this person, okay, this person could have been keeping you in some kind of confusing or confusion type energy. Do they want this or not? But you know that you have this connection with them. You know that, and you know how you feel. But it's like them backing away from what you have is very confusing. And that's where this um this is the energy that I think is a difficult one for you between the two of you. You could get very defensive, then they get defensive, and it finishes here on maybe this is what's needed, is actually to be more nurturing, be more caring. And that's hard, right? That's hard when somebody is being confusing. But here's a challenge for you, Scorpio, and I know you're up to it, is what if we tried a different way? If trying the left road is not working, then what if we just try the right road? What would that bring? And I think that is the kind of question or challenge for you here, because at stake is this star energy, right? Bringing in this kind of really strong connection that you feel you just desire this, right, in your life. Being in relationships is more valuable than being right. So it's almost, I feel like this is the universe through this message trying to bring to you how to be in this relationship, is a kind of way that I see this. What message you needed to know, that if it's not working out at this point, what else what like a perspective here is what is coming. So I think that that's worth giving it a try. Yeah, and it's the star with the Six of Pentacles. You desire being in relation to this person. Now, there's something coming out just at the end here, which is you could have had an issue getting this person to reciprocate. And that's like, that's hurtful, right? When you know that, like, you're giving, you feel like you're connected with somebody, but yeah, it's, let's take a different, like, approach and see if that would work. So this is what I have for you, Scorpio. Now let me call out the zodiac signs that are here in case any of these resonate for you or your person. All right, so we have Pisces. This person could have Pisces, or you could Sagittarius. I kind of feel, especially this could be your person, Sagittarius energy. Eight of Cups is Pisces. We also have your energy, Scorpio, as well. We also have Leo as well, and also we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could have that, or they could have that. Um, just as a kind of additional point, you could be a Scorpio that has like an earth sign energy in your north node, because I kind of feel like this is what you're called to be. Aquarius as well. All right. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I love how these readings are going. If you feel like this was for you, do give a thumbs up. And that lets me know that I'm on the right track with these readings. these readings can be very strong because it's a discovery session, right? It's where we hear about ourselves. So we're going to do Sagittarius now, and Sagittarius is at 55. Okay. All right, so please give us the message for Sagittarius. Message for Sagittarius today, please. Okay, we're going to take another one. I am safe to let go, but also looking at the investigator or the observer. I'm safe to let go and relax. That is your message here, Sagittarius. So let's get 8 cards for the situation. 3 of Cups, the Empress, Sagittarius, 10 of Swords, so much, 9 of Cups, Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, Strength, the Hierophant. Okay, Sagittarius. You are really thinking a lot. You're in your head these days about a situation that listen, there's some very strong connection here. There is somebody that you just think is the bee's knees, as they would say, but it's just like, this is your person. They are majestic, they are important in your life, and you see them that way. You almost could have thought like, this is somebody I could marry, this is somebody I could commit to. So you could be a Sagittarius that is actually on the verge of, like, I don't know, shifting through connections or contemplating a new love, or like, what should I do? I just heard that song. You're the first reading that I've gotten, like a song. Jody Watley, I'm thinking of a new love. Thinking of a new love, baby. I don't know. But that's the song. It might have a message in there for you. All right, this is you and this person connecting, right? It kind of feels like this is a friend group, or you met this person socially somehow, and bam, they are like, this person's great, right? And I know Sagittarius has that kind of fiery energy. So it's like, yes, it's like suddenly like your ears are peaked up, and it's like, who's this? This person's amazing. But then things ended somehow. There's an ending here. And so now maybe it's, I don't know if it's with this person, but something ended for some reason, right? And this is why we are in our heads now. Because it feels like from this point where there was some ending, it's like you're locked in and you're saying, I know what would satisfy me. I know what I want with this person. I have to, it's almost like, Bill, it's like the little train that could. It's like, I know what I want. I know, you're psyching yourself up, and it's like, you want love, you want passion, you want new starts, you want even to push through. It's like you're having to try to push through to even say, like, I want commitment with this person. And so this is like all you. This is all you going through what was difficult and pulling yourself into more like, this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest in my life. That's impressive. And so it kind of feels like with your message, this feels like a little bit of like a universal blessing. Like you're safe to move forward. You're safe to go there. Because this is almost like testing the strength of feeling. It feels like a first time in your life type of energy. Or if it's not the first time in your life you're feeling this type of feeling for somebody, it's like one of the big ones, right? This is somebody that you want to push through with. And For some of you, here's an alternative reading. Something could have ended with somebody else who was very important in your life. That was distressing. And maybe you went through a period of just focusing on your own desires, right? So getting yourself back into like, yeah, maybe it's just casual relationships. But here is also like, okay, I'm ready for a new love. I'm ready for a new start. And now I have to like push through to that because now I'm in the phase where I actually want a relationship. All right. I am really happy for you, Sagittarius, but don't overthink this. Don't spend the time giving it too much energy where it starts to freak you out. Although I know this is why I say it's like maybe first in life or a big one in life. But this is what I have. Let me get you the zodiac signs. So we have you, Sagittarius. We have Leo. We have Taurus. We have Pisces, Gemini, Libra, and we have Cancer. So you or your person could have these in your chart somewhere. All right, so that's what I have for you. Okay, next we have Capricorn, and Capricorn is at 101. 31. Okay, 101. All right. We're on the home stretch here. We are on the home stretch. If you're here, happy Mother's Day. So Capricorn, what's the message for Capricorn? I actually like these readings, you know, like, okay, it says, I'm a magnet for loyal, committed, and honest people. This was gonna be Capricorn's message. Like, it was totally gonna be Capricorn's message because if this is not Capricorn, I don't know what is. Loyalty, commitment, honesty. All right, so please give us 8 cards for Capricorn. Okay, we have the Death card. We have the High Priestess. We have the World. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have a card that fell. 5 of Wands in reverse. And 4 of Pentacles. Okay, this wants to come out in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, you're the first sign that has had so many reversals, Capricorn, but I kind of feel it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing in your case. 2 of Wands is the hidden, right? So this is a clear intention we're making for our future. This is, I see the possibilities and I know what to do and I'm going to do it. That's very Capricorn energy. So I don't expect less here. So let me just look at what is on the board for you here. Okay. All right, Capricorn. The message that's here brings me right back to this card. I'm a magnet for loyal, committed, and honest people. Capricorn, it feels like you are going through some transition here where it's like a big transition in your life because it's like you realize that what you actually want in your life is people that you can count on, people that are there for you, and people you can trust. And it feels like this is an intuitively led decision. You've been through things clearly. I can see that this might be one thing after the other, or it could have been one big situation, and you're making a decision right now. You're about to close out any cycle that has been disruptive, and I don't think you're even saying this to anybody. You're just doing it quietly. I also think that some of the foundations that you've had, maybe even family or like a marriage or whatever it is, your business, whatever it is, there's been a lot of conflict in this space. And I think you're just at the point where you're like, I don't want that anymore. I'm done fighting. I'm done trying. And that is when Capricorn gets to that point, that is something, right? Because this one thing Capricorn is going to do is they're going to try and make something work. Um, it kind of feels like you are saying to yourself that even though this was your safety, your comfort zone at one point, holding on is no longer satisfying. Holding on is not something you find enjoyable anymore. And it just kind of feels like you're saying here, especially with these two cards, I'm going to bring them up here. I don't want to be dissatisfied anymore. I deserve more than just being, I heard like, I don't want to just be tolerated. I don't want to just be here biding my time. That was making me severely anxious. And you're just saying, like, even though Nine of Swords in reverse can feel like almost like severe anxiety, I think you're over it. This is like, I'm over it type of energy. Um, I feel like whatever this situation was, it was maybe traumatizing, and you you just are in a space where you're thinking it and you're going to bring it in. People that are deserving, people that are loyal to you, committed to you, and honest, right? And you're making the plan. You're going out there to get it. Look at that. Two of Wands with the Chariot. This is, I'm going ahead no matter what. Yeah, so it's almost like where you were kind of fighting for the connection or the family or the business or whatever before, you're now saying, I'm going to put that energy. I know I have that energy. I'm turning it into finding new directions, new pathways, new people in my life because I deserve that. That is very strong, Capricorn. And like, I don't know what else to say to you. Like, it's like you figured it out. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Now let us look at the signs that are here. We have Scorpio, we have Pisces, we have Virgo, we have Leo. What is this? This is Four of Pentacles. All right, we have Capricorn as well, and we have Cancer and Gemini. So these could be signs, and Aries as well. These could be signs that you have, or your person or people you're dealing with have in their chart. Okay, so wishing you all the best, Capricorn. We're now gonna move on to Aquarius. We're making steady progress. This must be the longest live stream I've ever done, but I'm enjoying it so much. Aquarius. Aquarius. Ooh. Okay, that was your message. What would it feel like to focus your energy on one thing at a time? I forgot to write down Aquarius's time. All right, so Aquarius, are you feeling like torn right now? Feeling pulled in many directions. Okay, let us get 8 cards, please. Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups. Ooh. Ace of Swords, we have Queen of Cups over here. the Fool, Ace of Wands, Aquarius, and Justice. All right. All right. So Six of Cups is like an energy of this reading could either be about like a soulmate or something you were good at, like a talent that you have from the past, or some kind of soulmate energy here. Now, let's look at what you have on the board. Okay, I have it. I have it, Aquarius. This energy of yours is really to bring it to boil it down to like its essence. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what's fair to me. And that's it. Right? But let's go into it a little bit more. There could have been like you started with thinking through a lot of things in your life. You could have been going through a period where there was just a lot on your mind, a lot to process. But you've turned it around because you're going from this energy of deep thought, deep anxiety, deep stress about things you're thinking through to absolute clarity, absolute truth about what you want. And you know now, Knight of Cups with the Queen of Cups can feel like it can be like useful when you're thinking about love, but I think it's more than that for you. I kind of think it's like you know what it is that you should be spending your time on. You are like intuitive. You have these kind of is it empathic kind of energy or talents, and it's like you had kept that blocked. Something had kept you blocked for a while. No, with this absolute clarity, you're taking that and you're saying, yeah, I'm gonna have this new start. And you're so fired up. You're so fired up because it's like when you wake up and you realize that I was asleep for so long. I gave away my power. I didn't give in to what I loved, what was my purpose, who I loved. And it's just like you just want to seize the day? I don't know what the quote is, but like you just want to go in that direction and run towards it because you're seeing that almost as like this is my fairness now, this is me balancing the scales for myself now, Aquarius. And it's a really empowered energy. And with the Six of Cups, ooh, look at that. The star is here. There's something or somebody that is really a big part of what you desired in life. And I almost feel like you're feeling free to go in that direction now, right? The King of Pentacles is here. I almost feel like you're gonna like double down and almost be obsessive about this thing, but I don't read it as a bad obsession. I read it as now I know who and what I want. I am going for it and nothing is stopping me. And this is all I'm about, is kind of the energy I have for you, Aquarius. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is amazing. Um, it's like a powerhouse energy. And it's not accident that we're in age of Aquarius, I guess, because there's that innovative side that's going to come forward in your relationships, in your work, in whatever it is that you put your mind to. And so let's go back to this. What would you feel like to focus your energy on one thing at a time? And that is where you've gotten to. You are somebody that is, you see the possibility, you see the vision, and it's like nothing is stopping you now. I almost said this time, so I don't know if that has relevance because we did have something here preventing you before. Eight of Swords. Maybe it's your own beliefs, maybe it's people, you take it as it resonates. So, Aquarius, this is your reading. Oh, I should have given you your signs. All right, so let's see what's here. Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Aries and Aquarius. There's a lot of Aquarian energy, and there's Scorpio as well. You or your person could have these in your chart if this relates to a person, or maybe it's just the energies and archetypes that are here. All right, so guess what? We only have one more sign left. I can't believe it. Pisces is at 115. Okay, so if you have been enjoying this so far, please do leave a thumbs up, and yeah, it lets me know that you enjoyed it. It lets me know that I should do more. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around. I mean, most people will just click to the sign that they want to hear. But Pisces, what is the message for Pisces? Pisces. Say, talk about saving the best for last. My creativity is a gift that makes the world a better place. Pisces, you are in the energy now of creating. You're a creator at this point. And there's something that you're needing to birth into this world that is going to change it. Let's get 8 cards for Pisces. Six of Pentacles, King of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Seven of Cups. 2 sevens. Already the 2 sevens. So there's some kind of deeper wisdom, Pisces, that you need to share, or there is something that has been revealed to you. Strength. All right. So right now, Pisces, you are in this kind of like, I'm going to be bold, I'm going to be brave type of energy. And whatever this thing is that you're trying to bring into fruition is like big energy. You need like this big force, Leo energy to be exact. You need that kind of force behind you to move this into realization. So Pisces, let's look at what we have here. I see you have the Emperor, right? I see you having the Hierophant as well. These are major things happening. And then we have the Eight of Cups, that is your energy. So let's give this a look. Okay, this is about going for the dream in your life. But in order to do that, you actually have to, there's something you have to turn your back on, which is like a traditional way of doing something. It's like you always had a dream of some kind of pathway, and it means you, in order to get on that pathway, it's like you have to leave behind another thing, which is also a traditional committed thing that you've been in. So it could be like a job, for example. Let's say you realize that I always wanted to be like a journalist or a writer or a world traveler or whatever it is, an artist. And let's say you are in another job. Let's say you're like a lawyer, for example, and you have like studied for a long time. You have to leave that behind in order to go on this path. But it's like once you get on this path, it's going to be like so powerful. You step into full power, you step into full command of who you are. And it's like you are able to bring balance in certain ways that haven't happened before for you. That is like so strong. You could be a Pisces that has like fire in your chart, because it's coming through really strongly here, like Aries or Leo. For those of you that are dealing with somebody, It's like you made a decision clearly in your life now that, all right, I'm going to give to this situation because it's time for me to advocate for what I desire. And maybe what you desire is beyond the limits of, if you're in a marriage or something like a long term relationship or some kind of thing like that. It's like, no, it's time to walk away because I am not certain that this choice I made was the best choice for me. And so, therefore, it's going to take courage as well. So, you're getting like two messages here. Um, ooh, look at that. Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. Yes, yes. It's like, all right, I'm going to tell you something. This is a very specific message, but if you're a Pisces that found yourself in some kind of stuck situation with somebody, like let's say situationship is what it makes me think of, or some kind of like promise, or I don't know, something where you're feeling like stuck. It's like now you decided, I want more for my life. I'm going beyond, and you could be dealing with somebody that maybe is a little bit controlling or dominant, and you're saying, no, I deserve to be the empress as well. So it's like you're taking back your power. It's the classic, I'm taking back my power. I'm seeing that I deserve things as well. I deserve relationships, and I deserve to be out there. And it's like you're taking the lead in that. New beginnings, new starts. And so your message here, my creativity is a gift that makes the world a better place, is about you doing your life's purpose, doing the projects that you're meant to be on the path with, but also it's like the partnership that you desire. So if you're in one already, it's like getting on the track to be in the right one type of thing. Yeah? Or to choose something more committed. That's what I'm seeing for you, Pisces. So let's call the signs that we have here. We have you here, Pisces. We have somebody that is like air sign energy, like um, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We also have Taurus energy. We have Leo energy. We saw the Leo. We have Scorpio. And then we also have Capricorn energy. So you or your person could be one of these signs. And yeah, that is what I have for you. This is such big energy in this reading. I love this discovery sessions thing. If you joined us, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to do another one. I think this is gonna be it's a strong reading, right? It's a truth-telling reading. So yeah, I guess it means that you have to be strong to hear the message, but it's always done in the spirit of kindness. So take care, guys. Wishing you all the best. Happy Mother's Day. Bye.